Hawks set it up on the near side, looking for Cofield. Cofield dumps it back door. Prairie du Chien has it on the end line, and there is a push called on the Hornets. That will be foul number 4. So the foul called on the Hornets. Prairie du Chien will have the basketball on the out-of-bounds line. Coming in is Jory Schultz for Richland Center. They marked the foul on Ella Clements. That's her first foul. Emery Campbell getting set to bring it in for the Blackhawks. Fires it deep corner. Three-pointer, Prairie, and it is no good there for Claire Kennedy. Putback is up. No good here by Campbell. And rebound on the inside. Up and good by Kristen Nolan. That's her second basket. So Prairie du Chien gets 3 shots at it. And all of a sudden, they're in the lead. 13-12, Prairie du Chien. Hornets up the sideline. Ava Martin with the ball back top of the circle. Hornets reverse it all the way to the near side. Addie Board. Board top of the wheel. That's Clements. Clements goes left side, taken there by Schultz. Schultz looking, nothing there. Dribbles back toward the top of the circle. Prairie matching up person to person away from the ball. 3 seconds called on the Hornets. That'll turn it back to Prairie du Chien. It's a quick moving first half. 6:44 remaining in the opening half of area girls basketball. Dairyland Transportation High School Sports Update comes up at halftime tonight as we update you on high school sports. And again, officials will have to make decisions tonight. Hopefully the roads are better tomorrow morning. There are a number of high school athletic events planned for tomorrow, and especially an early road trip for the Richland Center boys basketball team. Planning to pull out of town around 6:30 tomorrow morning. 13-12, Prairie du Chien leading in this one early on. Hornets packing it in the zone. Here's a 3 on the way, and that is good by Prairie du Chien. Claire Kennedy with her second triple, and that makes it 16-12. Richland Center basketball. Addie Board around the near side. Brings it back now, and it's held there by Ella Clements. Board back to Jory Schultz. Schultz dribbles on the right side, back to the left. Hornets have made 1 3 tonight. They'll look for a 2. Ava Martin's shot is blocked and out of bounds. Ball rolls clean and will be brought back for the Hornets to inbound. Back into the game is Kylie Burns, giving Ella Clements a breather. Now for the Hornets. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Addie Board brings it in play. Caught by Kylie Burns. Burns back to the right side. Jory Schultz. Schultz dribbles with a right-hand dribble. Looks, fires it off to Schultz. Now Burns in the corner. Burns, nothing there. Bounce feed to Weiss. Weiss turnaround, tough shot, goes off the glass and down. Second time she's done that tonight from the low post. And the Hornets get a bucket back. It is 16-14. Prairie du Chien basketball. Across the timeline, they'll work it. Off to the left side, it's Kennedy. Kennedy lobbing back to Jimenez Perez, who's back into the ball game, one of the original starters. She takes a look from the right side. Fires into the lane, and it's picked off by Kylie Burns. She's trapped on the baseline and now gets it away. Jory Schultz to Ava Martin. Martin, top of the circle, hooks it up from low, and it's going to be a foul on the floor called against Prairie du Chien. That'll be foul number 4. Our officiating crew coming from the Keeler area tonight, and I don't think it was any picnic coming from that direction on the roads tonight either. Foul is called on number 20, Cameron Knapp for Prairie du Chien. The team's 4th. Addie Board will put the ball in play. Board brings it in. Weiss, top of the wheel, brings it back now to Schultz. Schultz and Board overloading on the near side. And now back to Kylie Burns. Burns to Addie Board. Board, trap, gives it back to the right down on the baseline area. Schultz, top of the circle. There's Martin. Back to the near side. Schultz for 3. Got it for the Hornets. Jory Schultz and the Hornets lead. 17-16. 4:50 remaining. First half here at the RCHS Fieldhouse. Ball left side knocked away. There's a steal by Burns. Kylie bringing it. Brown down low. Shot of the way. Won't stay. Gets her own miss. And now we'll set up the offense. Off to Ava Martin. Top of the key. 3. It is on the rim. No good. It's going to be riven off there and picked up now on the near side dribble by Cameron Knapp. Knapp across the timeline. Top of the circle. Swings it off with a bounce feed to Claire Kennedy. Kennedy back to Marr. Marr to the inside. Turnaround shot by Prairie. No good. Rebound low by Campbell. Kicks it out. 3 on the way for the Hawks. No good. Fought for. Saved on the end line by Jory Schultz of the Hornets. Jory bringing it across the half-court line. Crossover dribble in the lane. Hooks it up. No good. Rebound Prairie. We've been busy back and forth. Haven't had a chance to check the Philney flip phone, sponsored by Wyconnect Wireless. But we'll do that the next opportune time here. Some games underway. Ball down to the low block. Tough shot. Low. Up and good for Emery Campbell, who finds a way to get that in. And that'll give Prairie the lead, 18-17. Argyle Pecatonica, 50-5 over River Ridge. That one tonight from Mr. Hank Bray. If we can trust him, I'm not sure. Pass comes in play. The Hornets work it off to Addy Board, far side, trailing by a point. There's a lob inside to Weiss. High pass, can't hold on, and it comes back. And it's going to be picked up now by Claire Kennedy. Ball comes in play. Final was 70-13. There you go. Argyle Pecatonica over River Ridge, 70-13. Pass low, traveling called on Prairie du Chien, and it goes back to Richland Center. So apologies there. North Crawford wins today over Melrose Mindoro, 95-78. So North Crawford goes double overtime with Kickapoo last night, and the game didn't get over with till well after 9:30, and they were back playing a game today at 1 o'clock. So that's almost tighter than an NBA schedule. Hornets break the pressure. Down to the baseline, it's Martin. Around the wheel it goes. Congratulations, Coach Wetstein and company. They'll bounce it back for a nice win today. Top of the wheel, Martin for three. On the way, no good. Fought for. Rebound, Prairie du Chien. McCulloch with a basketball. McCulloch back to Nolan. Nolan across the half-court line. Penetrates, shoots a 14-footer. No good. Tipped around, rebound, Prairie du Chien. Hawks leading by a point. Trying to increase that. Ball to the left side to Nolan. Nolan on a drive, nowhere to go, cut off, looks to the inside, pivots, and finally finds a person. That's going to be Cofield. Madeline drives over to the right side. Cofield looks, bounces it to the free throw line. There's a jumper on the way. It was tipped by Wirtz, picked up by Prairie, shot by Campbell, no good. Off the bottom of the backboard and out of bounds. It'll be Richland Center basketball. 2:13 remaining in a quick-moving first half here on WRCO Radio. We're in the zone. Our WRCO Sports Zone here on a Friday Night Live, sponsored by Richland City Auditorium and Metco. Welcoming Dan Leppy in tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at the auditorium in Richland Center. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Ball comes across the timeline. Kylie Burns, right side Ella Clements, down to the baseline on the pass to Jory Schultz. Schultz throws it inside. Oh, nice takeaway by Kristen Nolan of Prairie du Chien. Holds her ground and now brings it, wings it, down to the baseline. Turnaround 15-footer won't go for McCulloch. Rebound Prairie, put back. That one is on the way, no good for Nolan. Rebound here on the near side by McCulloch, and there is a whistle and play is stopped. There'll be a foul called on Kylie Burns of Richland Center, her first, team's fifth. 1:37 remaining in the first half. 18-17, Prairie du Chien. Ball comes in play. Blackhawks have it on the near side dribble by McCulloch. Now back to the far side. Marr looks. Now throws it low. There is a shot on the way. No good for Emery Campbell. And the rebound pulled down by Kylie Burns of Richland Center. Hornets down by 1. 1:20 as we approach intermission. And Bill Twining popcorn time. Ball comes across the timeline. Left side, Ella Clements. Clements on the left wing, on a drive into the lane, kicks it off to the right side. Kylie Burns, 17-footer, short. Rebound, Taylor Wirtz. Wirtz on the floor and fouled on the play. Richland Center ball on the baseline. Fouls are even at 5. 1:02 remaining here in the first half of area girls basketball. Jocelyn Campbell returns for Prairie du Chien. So the Campbell girls out on the floor right now in a 2-3 zone. Oh, I spoke too soon. Emery is coming out, and Claire Kennedy checks in for the Blackhawks. Elevie Weiss is in for Jory Schultz. Richland Center make that a quick switch, and the pass comes in play. Weiss to Martin, over to Burns, down to the deep corner. Clements for three, got it! Nice play on the out of bounds. Ella Clements cans the three, and the Hornets lead. 20-18. Prairie basketball, nowhere to wander. Going to fire it off to the right side, McCulloch. McCulloch stopped to the top of the circle, tipped away out of bounds by Ella Clements. It will be Prairie du Chien basketball. couple of tough guards for the Hornets. 21 is Clements and 12 is Martin. And they're both playing top of that 2-3 zone, putting some good pressure on right now. Madeline Cofield throws it inside. There's the steal by Clements. 34 seconds remaining in the half. Hornets bring it across to Kylie Burns. Burns high post now to Weiss. Turnaround shot. That one riddled off, and it's going to be pulled down by McCulloch. And the Blackhawks have 23 seconds going down the stretch here in the first half. Ball left side to Nolan. Kicks it back out. Three-pointer Prairie won't go for Kennedy. Fought for low. Putback is up. No good. Blocked by Wirtz. 12 seconds. Picked up by Clements. 10 seconds. Trying to go the other way. There is a foul at midcourt. Hornets had a breakaway, and Prairie du Chien stops it, slows it with a foul. The first on Madeline Cofield, who might have saved a layup. So the clock with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Richland Center will inbound the ball with a chance of a little scoring boost at the end. Ball comes into Clements, 6 seconds. Back to Burns. Burns drives in, 4 seconds. Left side, Martin for three. On the way, no. Tipped around, and that's going to do it. One half of basketball in the books. 20-18. Richland Center leading over Prairie du Chien. Glad to have you along. Glad that you're where you're at tonight. Hopefully you're safe. As mentioned, terrible roads coming in tonight. So if you have to be driving tonight, do so with extreme caution. There are going to be some youth players coming out to play here at halftime as well. So it's a full night of festivities here at the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse for those that were able to make it in this evening. We'll be back with a Dairyland Transportation High School Sports update and then more stuff about tonight's game and the weekend in high school sports on WRCO FM 100.9 and WRCO.com. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. I'm Phil Nee as we check out some scoring here at halftime. Richland Center holding on to a 2-point lead, and they are led in scoring by Ella Clements and Jory Schultz with 5 apiece, Elavie Weiss with 4, Taylor Wirtz with 3, and Kylie Burns with 3. Leading the way for Prairie du Chien tonight, 8 for Claire Kennedy, 4 by Kristen Nolan, Emery Campbell, and Cameron Knapp each have 3. Prairie has made 3 3-pointers. Kennedy has 2 of them. And the Hornets with 3 3-pointers. Burns, Clements, and Schultz have each made 1. Richland Center 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Prairie 1 for 2 as we get into halftime. Again, no JV action played tonight. Varsity only in this Southwest Wisconsin Conference game. And one team is going to get its first win in the Southwest Wisconsin Conference as they look at this one tonight, and a big one for both teams heading down the stretch in this one. You look at Richland Center, this is already the 17th game of their season, which just does not seem possible, but it is the case. So after tonight, they'll have Lancaster, they'll have Seneca, Dodgeville, Platteville, River Valley, Wisconsin Heights, and Prairie du Chien still to go. So a schedule of conference games and teams, but certainly some teams down the stretch that the Hornets can match up with, I would say, and should be some good action. The Hornets definitely are improving, and we're seeing that. We've seen that the last couple of games, going for their second win of the week after winning on Monday night against Portage, losing last night to Logan, and then leading tonight at halftime over Prairie du Chien 20-18. Coming up in 2 minutes, we'll be back with more from the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. Hornet girls lead 20-18 at halftime here on WRCO Radio Sports. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have reports from the annual Ithaca Weston Wrestling Invitational held at Weston High School. Bill Twining is here tonight, and immediately following the game, he'll be hooking up David Wermond to the sled, and they'll be heading up toward Weston for tomorrow's tournament. It is time for the second half to begin. It's Taylor Wirtz and Ella Clements Also for Richland Center, Elevie Weiss and Jory Schultz, along with Kylie Burns. Hornets starting 5 back in as we get it. Here's 20-18, and the 18 minutes on the clock, we're rolling. Ball goes right side, Jory Schultz. Bounce feed down to the baseline. Now looks nowhere to go, gives back to Burns. Kylie shows it to the defense, throws it back to Schultz. Schultz now back top of the circle, Ella Clements setting it up. And off a screen, drives all the way down to the right side. Shot high off the glass and good. Nice move by Ella. That'll be a 22-18 lead on the board for the Hornets. Prairie du Chien basketball. Across the timeline, bounce feed back to Madeline Cofield. Throws it a high post, turnaround shot on the way. That one is in and out for Nolan. Fought for, loose on the baseline. Now picked up by Jory Schultz. Hornet basketball. Hornets by 4. Back to Burns. Burns up the sideline. Clements, deep corner. Ella on a drive. Fires now to Burns. Right side, Schultz. Hornets looking to the inside. Nothing there. Back to Clements. Top of the circle. Left side. Held by Burns. Burns looking low. Bounces it off to Elevie Weiss. Her shot is up. Blocked out of bounds by Prairie du Chien's Kristen Nolan. It will be Richland Center basketball. Hornets will put it in play. Weiss makes the grab, and around the wheel it goes. Down to the corner, shot for 3 by Clements. Bounces high, bounces in and out, and a foul was called. So the ball didn't go. She had a chance for a 4-point play there. It did not go through the hoop. She will get 3 free throws. So going to the line now, Ella Clements. Foul is on Claire Kennedy. First free throw is no good. Ella will get another look. She is 2 of 3 from the line. This one in the air. That one bounces. Nope. Falls off the front of the iron. And the third coming up. Clements free throw no good. Rebound pulled down by Weiss. Put back up. Good. Hornets get a 2 on the in the lane shot by Elevie Weiss. 24-18 Richland Center. Prairie basketball. Blackhawks setting up shop. Going back to the left side. Campbell throws it high post. Turning in is Nolan. Nolan back to Campbell. She should have long 2. It's no good. And saved by Prairie, but they were standing on the end line. It'll come back to Richland Center. Hornet basketball. Neither team got to the bonus level of free throws in that first half. Ball comes in play, and now walking it up is Kylie Burns. Right side, Jory Schultz. Schultz makes a move, top of the circle, nothing. Goes back to the left side. Clements on a drill drive, drives to the lane, shot high up, no good. Bounces into the hands of Prairie du Chien's Kristen Nolan. And Nolan brings it across the timeline. 24-18, Richland Center leading here in the second half of girls basketball. Pass goes to Knapp. Cameron is stopped, double teamed, brings it back to Campbell. Emery fires it down to the baseline, and an overload here of Prairie players with one waiting in the wings on the weak side. And now a tie-up called, and no, near side official called a foul. That'll be a foul on Richland Center. That's on Ella Clements, and that is her second. So the inbound pass will come from the baseline. Emery Campbell is the inbounder, brings it in play to the corner. Three-pointer Prairie. That is no good for McCulloch, and Taylor Wirtz with the rebound. Hornets take it back the other way. Across the timeline for Kylie Burns. Burns drives down deep, fires it back to Wirtz. Taylor's shot in the lane is good. Taylor Wirtz with 5 points, 26-18. Hornets continue to build on this lead. They are on a 9-point run dating back to the first half. Prairie shot from the low post by Campbell, no good. Ball dribbled on the end line, and it comes back to Richland Center. Hornet basketball, nearly 3 minutes into the second half. So Prairie du Chien has not scored since late in that first half. And no backcourt pressure. Ella Clements will run it across for the Hornets against a 2-3 zone. Schultz meets the basketball on the right wing. Back to Clements. Now left wing Burns. Hornets leave it for Weiss. Open, 15-footer from the baseline. No good. Tipped around. Last touch by the Hornets as it goes out of bounds. We are in the zone here, sponsored by Metco of the Richland Center City Auditorium. Stay tuned and catch every play, every score right here as we are pleased to have Metco as a sponsor and supporting high school sports. Ball goes right side for Prairie. Top of the circle, Campbell to the free throw line. Turning in Kennedy, and she is going to move and leaves the dribble in the lane. Fires it back out to McCulloch. Down to the baseline, Campbell fires it inside. Nice pass. Shot no good for Nolan, and the rebound by the Hornets. Here's Ella Clements again. Across the timeline, Hornets by 8, trying to take it by more. Near side, Burns leaves it inside for Wirtz. Quick knockaway by Nolan of Prairie du Chien, out of bounds. It will be Richland Center basketball. Tomorrow at the Weston Invitational, they will be honoring these Weston Ithaca alumni and coaches. Richard Waldsmith, Jim Chappell, Gary Anderson, Wayne Osborne, and Mike Dre. They'll officially go into the Wrestling Halls of Honor before the finals. Inbound for Clements. Shot from the baseline, no good. Rebound by Prairie du Chien. 4 minutes into the half, and they will set the offense. On a dribble drive, there's a shot on the way, and good. Claire Kennedy and Prairie with their first basket in a while. 26-20, 13:49 remaining here in the contest. Hornets set it up with Campbell. Schultz on the left side. Schultz guarded by Campbell. Jory nowhere to go. Brings it back with a left hand. Now down to the baseline. Fires it back to Ella Clements. Clements just off the top of the key. On a drive, gives it back to Burns. Burns top of the circle. Right side Clements. Now Burns. Clements trying to get it into Wirtz. And the ball is kicked by Prairie du Chien and out of bounds. It'll belong to the Richland Center Hornets. Time for the ball to be chased down. Sometimes they can roll a long way. Maya Marr is in for Prairie du Chien. And Ella Clements will be the inbounder. Hornets stack up the out-of-bounds play. Clements brings it in. Shot by Weiss. No good. Rebound Campbell. Emery Campbell with the outlet pass. Now to Claire Kennedy across the half-court line. Claire leaves it off on the dribble to McCulloch. McCulloch fires high post, turning in and making the shot out of the way. No good by Prairie. I think Weiss got a piece of it. It's tipped out of bounds, and it will belong to the Blackhawks. Prairie really trying to push the issue on the inside. Both teams have looked for it around the arc, but the defense is pretty good on the perimeter. Each team has made 3 3-pointers tonight. 5 minutes into the second half, Hornets leading 26-20. Prairie puts the ball in play. Caught by Jocelyn Campbell. Campbell throws to the free throw line for a quick shot up, and that is good by Claire Kennedy. 26-22, Richland Center by 4. Ella Clements across the timeline over to the near side, Burns. Back to Clements, quickly to Schultz, right wing. Schultz uses the dribble, brings it back to Clements. Ella, now near side, it's Schultz, back to Ella, top of the wheel. Prairie working around that perimeter in the zone. Down to the baseline, Schultz. Schultz finds Wirtz, but a whistle and play is stopped. There is a foul called on the Hornets. That'll be the team's second foul, and they're going to get Taylor Wirtz with foul number 3. They say give her the foul while she was fighting for position, and Prairie has the basketball down by 4. Campbell with the ball. Campbell gives it back to Marr. Marr left side, McCulloch. Down to the baseline, there's a long two-pointer on the way, and good for Prairie du Chien, and here they come. Claire Kennedy is on the hot hand. It's a 2-point game. 26-24. Schultz back to Clements, near side, Burns open, 3 on the way, good for the Hornets. Second triple for Kylie Burns. That makes it 29-24. Just under 12 minutes remaining. Prairie works it to the free throw line, and now on the pass, which was low, there's a foul called on Richland Center. That'll be on Ella Clements, and that is her third foul. Team's third. So the inbound pass for Richland Center will come from the baseline. Girls basketball, 7 minutes left in the first half. Darlington 16, Riverdale 5. That one going on tonight in Muscadet. Philney flip phone sponsored by Y-Connect Wireless. Here's Kennedy on a drive in the lane. Left-hand shot on the way, won't go. Fought for. Rebound pulled down here by Jory Schultz. Hornets by 5 and with the ball. Burns across the timeline. Schultz catches. Drives lane on the shot. No good. Rebound Weiss. Put back up. No good. Tipped around. And the ball loose. There's a scrum in the middle. And now picked up by Prairie du Chien. Maya Marr rips it away. And the Blackhawks take it back the other way. Hornets have Addie Board back in the ball game. Playing the defense on the person with the ball. Marr. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound pulled down by Kylie Burns. Taken away by Prairie. Shot no good, but a foul called. Claire Kennedy takes the ball away and then is fouled while shooting. They're going to get Elevie Weiss with the foul. That'll be the Hornets' 4th overall and Elevie's 2nd. 29-24 ball game score. Prairie at the free throw line. This one in the air and that one is good. Claire Kennedy will get a second attempt. Into the game is Kristen Nolan for Prairie du Chien. This one in the air, and that one is in and out and in. It falls for Claire Kennedy. Timeout taken. 29-26. We'll be back in 1 minute. Hornets lead by 3 on WRCO and WRCO.com. 29-26, our ball game score here at Richland Center High School. Phil Nee with you at the high school field house. Adam Hess at the controls tonight. And the ball comes in play, and Richland Center after the Prairie timeout, trailing by 3. Prairie took a timeout. Hornets with the ball and a lead by 3. Board down to the baseline, taken there by Jory Schultz. Back out to Clements, right side Burns. Burns looks to the inside, leaves it off for Weiss. Elevie throws it a high post. That's Burns. Right side, now Clements. Left side, Board, ball fake. Addie drives in the lane, hooks a shot. No, but she is fouled on the play and will go to the free throw line. Second foul on Prairie du Chien. This is on Kristen Nolan, and that is her first, team second. 29-26. Hornets by a pair, and Addie Board at the line. Free throw is in and out. Addie looking for her first point tonight as she gets the ball for free throw number 2. This one in the air, that one is good. That'll make it 30-26. 4-point edge for the Hornets. Prairie baseballs it up for a quick transition, and now it's loose on the floor, and Clements dives in and ties up with Nolan. And the arrow goes to Prairie du Chien. Blackhawks had just a stellar lineup the last couple of years. Lost a lot of talent from graduation, but certainly on the comeback. Good tradition there. Ball comes in play. Ball knocked out of bounds. Lost by Prairie, and it will be Richland Center basketball. So the Hornets stop and get the chance to get the ball back, leading by 3. Pass comes in to Ella Clements. Clements will walk it across the timeline, left side for Addie Board. Board on the dribble drive, airmails it back to Burns. Kylie is there, trying to slip it inside, knocked away by Prairie. Good steal there by Cameron Knapp. Knapp holds it up on the left side, feeds it off to Claire Kennedy. Kennedy backing in, tough shot on the way, no good, but a foul called on the Hornets. That'll be their 5th. So that will put Prairie at the line, shooting a pair. Foul is on Kylie Burns, and that is her second. as we talk today on the 16th of January. We're about a month away from getting set for the WIAA Girls Tournament. Free throw in the air, and that one is good. Second one coming up for Claire Kennedy. I think we've got some teams that could make a run. I'll tell you, the Platteville team that I saw the other night, they've got all the makings. Coach Temperley's got them playing well. Free throw in the air, that one is no good. And the rim out and out of bounds. And last touch by the Hornets, it will be Prairie du Chien basketball. So Prairie gets within 3 and will get the ball back. The inbounder will be number 34, Claire Kennedy. Claire looking, now launching it in. Caught on the left wing by Knapp. Cross court, knocked away. Clemens gets the steal. And Ella bringing it, laying it up and good with the left hand. Ella Clements with a takeaway, and the Hornets lead by 5, 32-27. Hornets back on the defense. Prairie in transition, and there is a foul called on the Hornets. That'll be the team's 6th. And the foul marked on number 12, Ava Martin. That's her first. Prairie will inbound from the baseline. Just under 10 minutes remaining in tonight's game. Heard here on WRCO-FM in Richland Center, Wisconsin. A whistle sounds on the inbound. That might be another quick foul. Yeah, that'll be on Ella Clements, and just like that, that's her 4th, and that will put Prairie in the bonus. So a long way to go with bonus shots coming up. Neither team got in the bonus in the first half, but Prairie with a chance to take full advantage. They can make some free throws. This one in the air, no good. Rims off. Rebound pulled down after Kennedy's miss. Taken there by Martin. Up ahead, the Hornets are stopped. And we have a whistle. And play is stopped. It's a warning on one of the players that was coming into the game, I believe. Warning on the Hornets. So that is noted in the scorebook. It will be the Hornets basketball on the out-of-bounds line, 32-27. Ball comes into Burns. Schultz back in the game, down to Board. Three-pointer on the rim, look good? No, rim's off. Rebound and out of bounds. It'll belong to the Blackhawks. Hornets leading by 5, 32-27. 9:41 remaining in tonight's area girls basketball. Pass comes in play, and Cameron Knapp will walk it down for the Blackhawks. Knapp across the timeline. Bounce feed leave here to the right side. Prairie looking for the lane. And now kick back to the corner. 3 on the way. In and out. Wouldn't stay for Knapp. Put back up. That is good. And a +1 called. Prairie du Chien gets a bucket to fall there on the shot by number 4, Abigail McCulloch. Somehow got a shot off and was fouled on the play. The Hornets' 8th foul. And this is on Kylie Burns, which will be her 3rd. So Prairie with a chance for a +1 now. Burns comes out. Elevie Weiss checks back in for Coach Jeremy Cooey, and McCulloch at the line. That was her first bucket, by the way. Free throw in the air, and that one is good. Prairie within 2, 32-30. 9:25 to go in the ball game tonight in Southwest Conference action. Jory Schultz crosses over, left side, brings to Addie Board. Board with a basketball, bounce feed to Martin. Snakes it now, throws a low pass, picked off by Prairie, and in the lane, a foul is called. That'll be on Elevie Weiss. That'll be the Hornets' 9th personal foul. And Coach Jeremy Cooey talking about the foul with the official. So for Elevie, that'll be foul number 3. And the free throw is coming up. So the Hornets really the worse for wear this half. 9 fouls to Prairie's 2. Free throw on the rim, and that is good on the first attempt by Kennedy. And that brings the score to within 1, 32-31. Last time we were tied was way back. Prairie, kind of a seesaw battle at the end of the first half. Prairie can tie it here. This one on the way, and that one is good. They do. They tie it. Kennedy 5 of 7 from the line, and we're even at 32 with 9:11 remaining in the ball game. Hornet basketball. Martin on the left wing. Back it goes to Burns. Burns to Martin. Ava open. 3 on the way. Goes! And they're going to wave it off, I believe. Oh, man. Ava Martin made the basket. They're going to call a foul underneath on the Hornets. Man, the Hornets are getting the worse for wear here on the fouls. And the basket went. It should count, shouldn't it? Foul appeared to be after the shot was made. So the basket for Ava Martin, they're still talking about it here on the near side. Nice open look. She got the bucket. And yeah, there it is. So they get it on the board. Ava Martin's 3 will count. That makes it 35-32. But the foul is on Taylor Wirtz, and that is her 4th. So an offensive foul, right? So it'll be Prairie du Chien basketball. Just over 9 minutes remaining. Hornets really trying to pack it in the zone, and they're getting called for a lot of fouls on the inside in the positioning. They're up by 3, and here comes the ball. Knapp, right side, down to the baseline, Kennedy. Kennedy holding it up on a drive, down deep, gets up with a left-hand shot. Good, nice move, taking it to the hoop. Kennedy makes it a 1-point game again, 35-34. 8:43 to go. Ball right side, caught there by Burns. Top of the wheel. Burns, left side, Martin. Ava drives to the baseline, fires it low, and losing the handle now. The Hornets, Prairie steals it away. They go to the floor, and I believe it's a traveling call on Prairie du Chien. It will be, so the Hornets will have the basketball on the end line. 8:27 to go. Hornets leading by a point. This is a good old grind it out. The first half went really quickly, but this one, a lot of strategy involved, and clearly 2 evenly matched teams. Burns for 3, won't go for the Hornets. Rebound pulled down by McCulloch. 8:20 remaining in the ball game. Prairie can lead down the far sideline. 3 on the way, won't go for Knapp. Put back up, no good for McCulloch. Put back up, that one is good for Nolan. And Prairie leads 36-35. They get it through on the 3rd shot. Ball comes across to Martin. Ava setting it up for the Hornets. Martin back to Burns. Weiss right side. Schultz on a dribble drive. Throws it across. Here's a shot by Martin. On the way, no good. Rebound, Schultz, baseline. Back to Martin. Throws to Weiss. Turnaround 15-footer. Won't go. Rebound, Prairie du Chien. They lead by 1, and they have the ball. 7:40 remaining. Prairie across the timeline. Stopping on the near side is Nolan. Throws a low, knocked away. Nice steal by Burns. Kylie bringing it. 3-on-1. Takes it herself. Shot won't go. Rebound chased down by Nolan of Prairie du Chien. Good hustle. And it will come back the other way for the Blackhawks. Prairie leading 36-35 in girls basketball tonight. 3-pointer from the corner. It is good. Prairie cranks one from the corner. Knapp with her 2nd triple. And the ball is going to be used to unstick the net. Timeout taken on the floor. 39-35. Prairie du Chien has jumped in the lead with 7:13 remaining here on WRCO Sports. We'll be back in 1 minute with more girls basketball from WRCO and WRCO.com. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. Phil Lee with you on a Friday night live. Again, if you have to be driving, do so very, very slowly. Slow is the key word to kind of keep you out of mischief tonight, out of the ditch. And then you might need somebody to help push you from the stop signs. That's kind of a hard place to stop and start as well. Much better than slipping on through, so be careful tonight. Hornets with the basketball after a much-needed timeout. They trail by 4. Near side, taken there by Burns. Right side, Clements down to the baseline. Held up there by Schultz. Ratcheted away by Prairie du Chien. Stolen by Claire Kennedy. Kennedy across the timeline. Over to Knapp in the deep baseline. Knocked out of bounds by Clements. It'll belong to Prairie du Chien on the sideline. Just under 7 minutes to play in the game. Knapp looking to put it in play and will. Kennedy catches the ball, brings it near side. Kennedy to the corner, tipped away by Clements and out of bounds. It'll belong to the Blackhawks. Prairie inbounding from right near their own bench. Here's the pass, taken there by Kennedy. Claire backs off toward half court, leaves the dribble, air mails it far side. Knapp. Cameron throws it low, caught there. Nice pass by Kennedy, back in bounds to Campbell. Shot missed and tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets. It'll belong to the Blackhawks on the baseline. We've been busy this week, lots of games. Getting all 4 in this week. A little surprised. A little iffy on a couple of them this week, whether we'd get them in or not. Ball comes in, play caught, left side by Kennedy into the baseline area. Nolan throwing down low. Prairie threw it away. It'll come back to the Hornets. Again, tomorrow we'll be at Ithaca Weston, the Weston Invitational Wrestling Tournament. That'll be underway at 9 tomorrow. We'll be back here at the Fieldhouse on Tuesday night for boys basketball. The Hornets take on St. Ambrose. Pass by Burns, picked off by Prairie, and the Blackhawks get it back. Kristen Nolan with the basketball. 39-35, Prairie leads. 6:13 to play. Top of the key 3. Prairie won't go for Kennedy. Rims out to the corner. Held up there by Knapp. Knapp gives it back to Kennedy, and Claire moves and grooves down low. Nice move and scores. She takes it to the hoop again. She's done that several times tonight. 41-35. Prairie du Chien by 6. 5:53 to go. Hornets had started to build a pretty nice resume, and they were leading by 6 at one point. Right side it goes to Jory Schultz. Schultz back to Clements, top of the circle. Clements on a drive back to Schultz. Jory with the basketball on the right wing. Lobs it back to Kylie Burns. Burns nowhere to go. Schultz on the right side. Hornets overload it in front of the student section. On a drive, Schultz takes it to the hoop. Shot on the way, won't stay. Tipped out of bounds. It'll belong to Richland Center. Into the game for Prairie du Chien, number 22, Madeline Cofield. And Richland Center will place the ball inbounds from along the baseline. Ball comes in play. Quick shot by Weiss. Won't go. Fought for. Tipped around. Clements knocked it loose. Picked up by Schultz. Drives in for a shot. No good. Foul called. And the Hornets will go to the free throw line. Little rough and tumble down there tonight. Foul is going to be marked. They confirm it is a shooting foul. Jory Schultz goes to the line. It's the 3rd foul on Kristen Nolan of Prairie du Chien. The team's 3rd foul this half. Hornets have put Prairie in the double bonus with 10 fouls now. Schultz, free throw, no good. She'll get one more. Hornets trailing in the game by 6. Second throw now. In the air, that one is good. It is a 5-point game, 41-36 in favor of Prairie du Chien. 5:14 to go. Bounce feed off to Cofield. Cofield left open, left side, now throws it into the lane. Turning in is Nolan, fires it to the near side. 3-pointer on the way and good. Claire Kennedy having a night tonight for the Blackhawks. 44-36, the ball game score. And Prairie building its lead now to 8. On the right side, Clements. Clements nowhere to go. Left side, here's Burns. 3 on the way. Good! Hornets with a 3-point answer. Burns with the trifecta tonight. Timeout taken by the Hornets. 4:44 to go. 44-39. Prairie du Chien leads girls basketball from WRCO Sports. Prairie to Chien with the inbound, and a shot is up, no good, out of bounds, and it will belong to the Hornets. Richland Center gets it back, 44-39, and they'll bring it into the front court. And then setting it up, Jory Schultz. Back to Clements, now to Jory. Jory on the right wing. Bounce feed to Elevie Weiss. Deep baseline. Back to Burns, now Schultz. Schultz, Burns, three, top of the key, won't go. Rebound Schultz, put back up, it won't go. Rebound Taylor Wirtz, and she is tied up, they say. Jump ball call, the Hornets will get it back on the arrow. Kickapoo has won a girls basketball game over North Crawford tonight, 49-30. Start of the second half, Darlington leads Riverdale 23-9. Hornet basketball, 44-39, Prairie in the lead. Jory Schultz with a basketball, Richland Center backs off. Prairie extending that 2-3 zone. Schultz near side, grabbed by Clements. Airmails it back to Burns. Burns on the right wing. Bounce feed, top of the circle. Schultz, now Burns. Prairie doing a good job with perimeter defense right now. Schultz with a basketball, now Burns. She'll shoot a three, on the way short. Tipped around, rebound Prairie. Claire Kennedy with a basketball, 3:25 to go. Prairie in the advantage. Cofield with a basketball, 44-39 score. Cofield cut off. Throws it back to Campbell. Cofield, left wing, looking for a cutter through the lane for the Blackhawks. On a drive, nothing there. Fires back to Nolan. Nolan with the ball. Now to Campbell. Emery looking to the inside, nothing. Fires it back to Kennedy. Kennedy, bounce feed now out to Knapp. Knapp drives lane, nothing. Bound to the baseline. It's going to be knocked away by the Hornets. Loose on the baseline. Great play by Jory Schultz, and a Prairie to Chien foul. That'll be the team's fourth foul, and the Hornets will get the basketball back. This one is on Kristen Nolan. Is that right? Yeah, that'll be her fourth. Inbound pass for Richland Center. 2:48 to go. Hornets could use a score. Trailing 44-39. Schultz shakes the defense. Nothing. Down to the baseline. Burns, deep baseline. Fires back to Clements. Ellis slashing in the lane. Shot on the way, won't go. Rebound Taylor Wirtz. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound Elevie Weiss. Shot on the way, won't go. Rebound by Clements. On the way, won't go. And the Hornets give it up. Boy, they had four excellent chances there. Prairie with a rebound. 2:23 to play. 44-39. Cameron Knapp, right wing, held up here by Nolan. Nolan with a dribble drive with the left hand. Top of the circle, right side, slices and dices and scores. Kristen Nolan with 8 points, 46-39. Prairie du Chien. 2:03 remaining. Kylie Burns walking it across the timeline for the Hornets. Ball knocked away into the backcourt. Kylie will pick it up again. Fires it over to Jory Schultz. Schultz down to the baseline, and a foul is called. This will be on Prairie's Cofield. Second foul on Madeline. Fifth Prairie foul. And timeout taken by Coach Shedevy and Prairie du Chien. 1:50 remaining. 46-39. Blackhawks lead the Hornets here on WRCO Sports. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. Hornet basketball trying to get it going. Burns, three-pointer around the way. On the back of the iron, bounces off. Rebound by Claire Kennedy and Prairie du Chien. 46-39. Prairie leads by 7. 1:37 remaining. Nolan across the timeline. Every foul will put a guaranteed 2 at the line. Prairie turns it over, though. That's a break. Prairie throwing it to the baseline, and it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Richland Center. They need to score quickly. Ella Clements across the timeline Stops on the right side, bounces it back to Burns. Now Schultz, Jory on the right side. Looks, throws it inside, knocked loose by Prairie. Picked off. They've got the ball, and Knapp in the backcourt. 1:15 to play. Knapp brings it across, caught by Campbell. Campbell, nowhere to wander, gives it back now to Knapp. Knapp with the basketball. Drives to the right side. Looks, bounces it over to the corner. Held there by Nolan. Nolan gets down deep, under a minute remaining. Kicks to the corner, three-pointer Prairie. That is big, it's good. Cameron Knapp, and I'm thinking, well, maybe you shouldn't shoot one here. You got a 7-point lead, but she makes it, and Prairie leads 49-39, 46 seconds. Three-pointer by Burns. No good. Rebound Prairie. They're controlling the glass now, and the Hornets without a chance for a putback. Blackhawks to midcourt. Oh, stolen by Clements. Pick two. Ella lays it in. Good. And a timeout taken. Ella Clements makes it a 8-point game, 49-41, with 32 seconds remaining in the game. Prairie making some shots when the Hornets were not. And we'll keep it here for this one. Or let's see. They haven't said whether it was a 30 or a 60. And I guess we're going to go with a 30. Yeah, that's what it'll be. The Hornets right now in their time talking about possible steals. Nice steal by Ella Clements, though. Just willed herself to the ball and got a quick 2-point basket at the other side. 49-41 in favor of Prairie du Chien. Hornets led at halftime 20-18 in this game. Varsity only showcase tonight here at the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. Coming up following the game, we'll bring you the Gellenic Plumbing and Heating postgame show from right here in the zone, sponsored by Metco and Richland City Auditorium. Got all our papers spread out. Ball comes in play. Prairie with the basketball. It's tipped away. Clements has it on the floor, and a foul called on Prairie with 23 seconds remaining. Foul is called on Kristen Nolan, and she may have just fouled out of the game. She did. That is the 6th Prairie foul, so Richland Center still not shooting. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Nolan leaves with a total of 8 points. And Richland Center brings it in play. Caught by Schultz. Shoots a three. On the way, no good. Rebound on the weak side there by Knapp. Knapp with 18 seconds to play is fouled by the Hornets. That'll be on Addie Board. And Prairie will walk to shoot 2 free throws. Just under 18 seconds remaining. 49-41. Prairie du Chien and area girls basketball tonight. Crowd on hand, I'm sure affected by how bad the roads were and are tonight. Knapp at the free throw line. This one in the air, and that one is no good. Cameron will get one more. I don't know why it is, because we've had bad trips going to Prairie du Chien, and they've had bad trips coming here. Longest journey in the conference, and it's always the worst nights, it seemed like. Free throw is missed. Rebound by Burns. Burns across the half-court line, down to the baseline. Caught there by Schultz. Drives, tries to wing it inside. Nothing. Stolen by Prairie, and that should do it. I think there's going to be a foul called. Addie Board bumped the player with the ball, and that'll bring up 2 free throws at the other end. That'll be her second personal. So Prairie will shoot 2 more. And Cameron Knapp at the line. She has made 3 three-pointers tonight, but 0 for 2 from the line. Takes a look. This one on the way, and it is no good. One more coming up for Knapp. Gets the ball back from the official. This one in the air. That one is in and out and tapped around. Rebound out of bounds. It'll belong to the Hornets with just under 7 seconds remaining in the contest. This time for one more wing and a prayer here. Prairie pushes the defense up a little bit. I don't know where that ball went. There it is. It can go a long ways. Ball comes in play. Elevie Weiss at the midcourt line. Throws it up to Clements. Clements lays it in at the buzzer, and that is good. Ella Clements gets it down, and that will do it tonight. This one belongs to Prairie du Chien. They come back to win it 49-43 in area girls basketball. Coming up, the Gellenic Plumbing and Heating post-game show on the radio. We'll look at some of the totals and summaries as well. You're listening to area girls basketball from WRCO Sports. This one belongs to the Prairie du Chien Blackhawks, 49-43 the score as they win it by 6 tonight. Welcome to the Gillenic Plumbing and Heating postgame show, offering 24/7 service, reasonable rates, and guaranteeing the job will be done right. Well, here tonight, Prairie getting the victory coming from 2 points down at halftime, and the Hornets started to build a pretty nice case for getting a win here tonight. Up a couple of times by 5 points, and I want to say it was 6 as well. I'm looking back at my running score, but yeah, the Hornets led, no, their biggest lead was 8 points actually tonight. That came early on in the second half. But Prairie du Chien able to make some shots, and the Duncan Rewards turning point in the game came from Kristen Nolan. A minute 50 left. Prairie du Chien was up by 5, and Nolan was able to slice and dice and get a basket against the Hornets to put her team then up by 7, and they would go on to win it from there. So Kristen Nolan's basket with a minute 50 kind of does the Hornets in here tonight. Duncan Rewards turning point of the game. Join Duncan Rewards to enjoy exclusive offers and start earning points toward free food and drinks. More of the postgame show coming up next from WRCO Radio Sports.